A very good morning, children. This is your Vanaja teacher, and we are there in the last part of your lesson. Rain, where does it come from? Yes, before entering into the topic, let us have a quick recap. We have learned about evaporation, condensation, formation of the clouds. All these contents we have learned in the previous class. This is the picture which is related to evaporation. So many examples we have discussed, children. In the drying of the clothes is one of the example which you will be seeing in your daily life. Can you give the definition of evaporation? Yes, let me once. The process of change of water into water vapor is said to be evaporation. The process of change of water into water vapor is said to be evaporation. Next is the condensation, and these are also examples which we have discussed in our earlier class. Here it's a chilled water I have taken in a glass, and I will be seeing there some formation of water droplets on the outer surface of the glass because of condensation. And here is one more example for the condensation, and the definition is the process of conversion of water vapor into water is called condensation. Again I will repeat. The process of conversion of water vapor into water is called as condensation. Yes, and our today's topic is water cycle. Before entering into the topic water cycle, we have discussed how the rain is formed. Before entering into the water cycle, just I want to discuss how the rain is formed, how the clouds are formed, and from that how we are getting the rain. In our daily life, we observe that before it is getting rain, we experience a cool breeze. Isn't it or not, children? Yes, in very cold conditions, the drops of water turn into crystals of ice and fall as snow. And sometimes even more, big drops of water solidify into ice and they will fall as pieces of ice. Isn't it or not, children? Did you ever experience it? At the time of rainfall, instead of water drops, some big pieces of ice will fall down. That is said to be the hailstones. We will be calling it as hailstones. Yes, let's come into the concept water cycle. Yes, here is your slide showing you the water cycle. When generally rain is happening on the surfaces of the ponds, lakes, etc., they all will be filled with the water. And the water from the rainfall runs down into small streams. And all these streams join together and they form a bigger stream. And again these streams joins into rivers. And from the rivers it will go down to seas and oceans. In generally this will be happening. And on a hot summers, large quantity of water evaporates from the seas and lakes. See here, if it is summer, this is an sea. Here, because of sun's heat, large amount of water will be evaporated into the atmosphere. And here what will happen? This water vapor will go up into the air and it will form the clouds. Here in this picture it have been shown. And once these clouds, already we have discussed, these clouds will be moving from one part to the another part. They don't stay in the place where they have been formed. That movement of the clouds will be because of the wind. According to the wind directions, the clouds all will be moving. And the circumstances of water into water vapor, the circulation of The circulation of water into water vapor will be done by this process of evaporation, and it will form the clouds. Once after the gathering of the clouds will happen, because of the cooling, the condensation process will be going on, and from that the clouds will start giving us the rain. Again, the rain which is coming from here will form into the streams, as I have told you first. All these streams will be forming the lakes, and from there it will enter into the seas and oceans, and few of the water will be going into the seeps into the grounds. Few of the water, rainwater, will seeps into the ground, and they become the groundwater. In your social you will be reading of groundwater level, that means the water which is there inside the ground, and few of this rainwater will be seeped by the ground, and it will become the groundwater. In this way, the circulation of water into water vapor by the process of evaporation, and the water vapor to clouds, and clouds to rain by the process of condensation is called as water cycle. This is a process which will be going on for us. And generally nowadays, if we see, previously also in the past years also, we used to get, generally the rainy season is from June to August, but never we used to have the rains in this particular months because of the change in the climatic conditions. That is the thing which we have been studying because of the pollutions and all. At that time, this water cycle also will get disturbed. That means here we can go for some few factors. These are the factors that disturb the water cycle. Those are deforestation and pollution from factories. What they will do is they will cause the global warming, and because of this global warming, the atmospheric conditions, they will not be favorable for the clouds to get cooled, and consequently what will happen, there will be decreasing in the rainfall, and this disturbs the water cycle, and at that time there will be the cause of either floods or droughts. These will be happening. And this is your end of your lesson, children. We have finished the third lesson, rain, where does it come from. In the next classes you will be having your biology class. After 1 to 2 lessons, again your physics classes will be continued. Now, thank you, children, and this is your assignment which you have to complete. 3 questions are there. You do it in your books, and as I have told you, when our school reopens, we will be getting it back. If any doubts are there, we will discuss in the next classes. Thank you.